I was willing to leave you be, Grace, to wait until your guilt was certain. And yet here you are, in my domain, uninvited. Why? Are you here to beg for mercy? Are you here to challenge me? Should I be afraid?
Was ist dein Problem?
What is your problem with me exactly? You've had it in for me the moment you saw me.
My problem? My problem is that I'm filled with questions, Grace. Filled to the brim. Do you really expect us to believe that Calliope chose you? What's the real story? Did you stumble across her as she lay dying and desperate? Are you an accident? Did you learn what she was? Did you torture her, hold her at the point of death until she agreed to hand over her eidolon?
Persephone, this isn't...
That's my problem, Grace. With you. And you can't make it go away.
Gute Nacht, Hamster.
That's it. I'm done talking.
Grace, I don't think this...
Forget it, Apollo. She's spoiling for a fight, so why not give it to her?
So it's a challenge after all.
Jetzt Rap Battle. Oder Dance Battle. Ich höre ja von Dance Off.
You hear that? You're in my house, little Muse. You want answers? Fight for them. A lost little girl. You shouldn't have come here. And I sure ain't in the mood to make new friends. Go home, little girl. The shadows drawing near. And you all alone, we both know how this ends. Let's see how far she bends. We all know how this ends.
Hello? Testing 1, 2, testing 3. Is this thing on? Are you testing me with your coterie, ogling expectantly? Heads up, wrecking me won't come for free. See, it won't be easy, Persephone, when I use the moves I bring blessedly. Shadows don't scare me, see, I'll survive it. Maybe you want to do this in private. You're lost, little girl. You're wasting our time now. The gall of a squeaking mouse in a lion's den. Give up, little girl. The bus home is leaving. Seen it so many times, we all know how this ends. We all know how it ends. Wait, you're she the Persephone? Oh boy, a celebrity dissing me. Now remind me, P, jog my memory. Sorry, not up on my ancient history. Underworld, now that rings a bell. Was it you who was married to the king of hell? It's hazy, Hades, so you're his lady? Before my time, because I'm such a baby. Please teach me my ABCs. Me, I never featured in Euripides. So where are they now? Wow, look around. You're the big cheese of a hole in the ground. Don't you have any idea what you're dealing with, child? Surprise, surprise. Coins on your eyes. Give them to the ferryman. Get it in your little head. You're spitting at the queen of the dead. Out of interest, is anyone here dead? No one? Yeah, that's probably what I would have said. Hey, let's prove that we're alive. Let me hear you, people on my right. Here we go.
use that word. You have no right to use that word. After what you did to her. Why don't I just kill you and wipe the floor with you? Don't use that word. You have to fight to use that word. You don't go in and take, that's your biggest mistake, for Calliope's sake.
You lost them, you know, if you ever had them. You were only the warm-up act to the main event. They're here for the headline show. You're free to go. Guess now we know how it ends.
Bin gespannt, ob sie verlieren kann.
Is that enough, Persephone? Do we need to go another round?
Da mache ich kurz Pause. Das ist ein ganz guter Zeitpunkt. So, verzeiht die Verzögerung. Kerl, vielen, vielen lieben Dank für deinen Raid. Schön, dass ihr reinschaut, schön, dass ihr da seid. Hallo Smarty, Mr. Joshman. Hallo Kritzepixel. Hallo Jasra, Verzeihung. Der Barfußboy wurde wie immer zurückgelassen. Es tut mir sehr leid. Von mir aus darfst du gerne reinkommen, auch barfuß, das ist voll in Ordnung. Und hallo Novalicht, schön, dass du reinschaust und Dankeschön für deinen Follow übrigens. Ihr habt geplauscht und ihr habt über Musical-Folgen geredet, da passt es Stray Gods gut. I see, ja, da seid ihr hier definitiv genau richtig. Einmal eine Warnung, wir haben Stray Gods heute beendet und einen zweiten Playthrough gestartet. Das heißt, ich werde mich darauf beziehen und vor allen Dingen auch sehr viel vergleichen, weil es auch extrem viel zu vergleichen gibt, weil gar nicht irgendwie, dass sich groß der Handlungsstrang ändert, aber die Songs sind unterschiedlich, je nachdem, wie man an sie rangeht. Also, was ihr gerade gesehen habt, der Song mit Persephone, das ist ein ganz anderer Twist zu dem, was wir das letzte Mal hatten. Ich habe gerade am Anfang noch gesagt, ich bin so ein bisschen enttäuscht gewesen, weil ich das letzte Mal fand ich es ein bisschen lahm. Und jetzt haben wir ihr mal ein bisschen Paroli geboten und da kam richtig was raus. Da war richtig Feuer drin. Und witzigerweise habe ich am Anfang noch gesagt, wird das jetzt ein Rap-Battle? Und tatsächlich hat Grace sehr viel Sprechgesang benutzt. Fand ich gut. Hat gut gepasst. Nice. Und wir werden sehen, wie Persephone darauf reagiert, dass wir ihr gerade auf ihrer eigenen Show ihren Hintern serviert haben. So. Bevor wir das aber machen, werde ich hier mal noch meine Schuldigkeit tun. Und sollte irgendjemand hier sein, der Cal Kiernan noch nicht kennt, hat jetzt die Gelegenheit, da ein Follow zu lassen. Ich würde das auf jeden Fall hart empfehlen. Cal macht Pen-and-Paper-Content. Jede Menge und großartigen davon. Und hat Coworking-Streams, die sehr gesprächslastig sind. Teilweise hochpolitisch, teilweise einfach entspannt über zum Beispiel Pen and Paper und sonstigen Kram. Ist aber alles total, empfehlenswert. Das ist das Wort, das ich suche. Also, genau. Sollten jetzt nach all der Zeit noch Leute hier sein, die mich nicht kennen, hallo. Ich bin der Jet Scientist. Ich habe Spaß an Infektionskrankheiten und an Story Games, falls euch das nicht aufgefallen sein sollte. Genau, aber wir haben am Wochenende auch immer einen Wissenschaftsstream, wo ich so über biologische und medizinische Themen rede. Wenn ihr da Bock drauf habt, also gerne ein Follow hier lassen. Und Novalicht, unter diesen Umständen natürlich viel Spaß beim selber spielen und danke, dass du reingeschaut hast. So. Ich glaube, Interminius ist zwischendurch ins Bett gegangen, der ist bestimmt schon weg, aber dir auch eine gute Nacht und auch Smarty geht jetzt weg, insofern auch dir. Schlaf gut. So, wir werden jetzt mal schauen, was Persephone zu sagen hat.
Just tell me one thing. What prompted this little visit of yours?
We went to Calliope's apartment, and we know that you own it.
I see. Follow me, then. Calliope came to me years ago. She'd grown tired of arguing with the idols, tired of being branded a troublemaker. She couldn't watch the idols wither away without a fight. I knew how she felt, so I gave her the apartment.
Dankeschön, JP.
So you must know better than anyone what she's been up to.
Not exactly. Calliope and I haven't spoken for at least 2 years. After I heard the news, I went to the apartment and turned it upside down. I had to know the truth.
That was you?
I didn't find anything. Nothing to say what she had been involved with, or gotten into, or who she might have been fighting with.
I don't know. That sounds suspicious.
I hoped I could find evidence, something that made sense. But no, it was only you.
I made sense?
You were there, you were covered in her blood. There was no other explanation. But now I'm not so sure.
If it wasn't Grace, that means someone else was behind Calliope's death. Someone who could keep their involvement hidden.
One of us.
Couldn't we go to Athena with this? If you've changed your minds and you're both part of the chorus.
Athena would be sympathetic, but the die has been cast.
She won't go back on the edict, not without clear evidence.
Oh, now you want evidence.
She acted on the information she had. If we want to sway her, we need something better.
Ja, sie hat auf Basis der Informationen gehandelt, die sie hatte. Ne? Wir haben ja schon festgestellt, dass ihre Informationen mangelhaft sind. Das hat sie nicht vom Handeln abgehalten. Da kann man sich jetzt drüber streiten, ob das jetzt irgendwie cool ist oder eher nicht so.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do. You know the idols. Don't you have any ideas?
I told you I wouldn't be of much help, Grace.
Did you now? That's unsurprising. When are you ever of help to anyone but yourself?
Says the woman who forced Grace to challenge her rather than answer a simple question.
Calliope died, Apollo. Calliope, who came with us all the way from the old world.
You think I don't know that? Are you forgetting what the Muses meant to me?
Schön, dass die mal wieder zanken.
Well, I'm not giving up. That's right. You heard me. Maybe it's easy for you to throw in the towel. Why not? Your life isn't at stake. But I'm gonna fight. If I have to kick every ass on Olympus, I am getting through this.
Ach stimmt, da war noch ein Song, ich erinnere mich.
Calliope, I'm listening now. Tell us what end you were doomed to.
Calliope, blinded by fire, one match did you strike that consumed you.
How could you blame her? What could she have done to earn such a fate? You are blinded.
God of the sun hides from his own eyes. What would you know about fate?
You say that you knew her, she was family to us, yet you don't hesitate to accuse her. Oh, queen without a throne, go bitter with fury, not everyone seeks to betray you.
Stop this! Please remember what we are here to do.
We must avenge our muse.
Apollo, your help is not needed here. Go ahead and abandon another muse.
How could you throw that gauntlet at me? Could your heart shrivel any further?
You abandoned me to a
A
terrible fate.
You replay your injuries
It's
till
far
it's
too
too
late.
late.
You know how far I've been before I
Trapped.
snapped.
This is not about you. Enough! This helps no one.
There he is, God of the sun.
Apollo, for my sake, take a deep breath. I need your help, not your anger. These old wounds, they confine you. You're more than your pain.
She abandoned us.
Follow him or stay.
Bleiben wir bei Persephone.
Now that Apollo isn't sucking all the oxygen out of the room, perhaps we can get somewhere.
Es scheint wirklich so zu sein, mit unserem ersten, wenn wir uns das erste Mal in den Song einmischen aktiv, bringen wir eine Note mit rein und diese Note zieht sich durch den ganzen Song. Habt ihr das gemerkt? Ich habe diesmal nicht die aggressivere Variante gewählt, also nicht die rote Gesprächsoption, sondern die charismatische, die grüne. Und das wirkt sich auf die Tonalität des Songs aus und wie sein weiterer Verlauf ist. Ich habe wirklich das Gefühl, diese erste Gesprächsoption ist die weiche in die verschiedenen Stile rein. Das ist super cool, weil das wirklich bedeutet, jeder Song, den du findest, kann also zumindest drei andere Verläufe nehmen und die sind ja also musikalisch schon unterschiedlich. Ne? Also es ist ja, ich kann das nur wiederholen, das ist ja nicht nur, dass dann andere Worte gesprochen werden, die komplette Musik verändert sich. Ne? Den Sprechgesang aus dem Persephone-Song von vorher, den Grace gemacht hat, den hatten wir beim letzten Durchlauf gar nicht. Nicht, dass ich mich erinnern könnte. Das ist total krass. Finde ich, also, ich bin immer noch geflasht von dem Aufwand, der in diesem Spiel steckt.
Just as well. He said from the start that he didn't want to help, that he'd just make things worse.
Well, that's what you get when you live in a world of prophecies and riddles. Apollo will forever chase his own tail. But he brought you to me, so that's something. I'll admit the problem you present is a sticky one. If an idol is behind Calliope's death, they're clever. I need time to formulate a plan.
You've decided to help me then? I wasn't sure you would.
Well, what should I say? That I've changed my mind? That Calliope might have chosen you after all?
No, it's just...
You have fight in you. You've taken quickly to the Muse's powers. It's possible that she saw the potential. So yes, I'll help you. If, however, this has all been a desperate deception. Well, let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Ja, okay, also wir haben sie nicht gesehen, weil wir nicht bei ihr geblieben sind, aber jetzt haben wir hier Romance Options bei Persephone. Da stecken Songs hinter.
I like this better than fighting with you. Way better.
Helping you rather than wanting you dead, you mean?
You seem like a woman who gets what she wants.
These days, yes.
Then I'd really rather have you on my side.
Wise choice.
I have to ask, is Athena really not an option? She wouldn't see what you see? At all?
She might. Athena's no fool. She sees everything in terms of risk. Anything with the slightest chance of being a danger to the idols will not be tolerated.
Well, that's harsh.
You'll notice I no longer live among my fellow idols. I left, as did Calliope.
Because of Athena?
Athena is why we survived. I'll give her that. But her fears can be smothering.
Ja. Das ist ja was wir im ersten Durchlauf auch schon festgestellt haben, ne? Dass Athene. Ich bin schon der Meinung, dass das an eine Angststörung grenzt. So sehr, wie sie versucht, die Kontrolle zu behalten über alles in ihrer Umwelt.
What should I do while you're formulating? I don't like sitting on my hands.
I've noticed. If you wish to keep busy, burn down the city, start a revolution, become a terror the likes of which mortals only dream.
Really?
No, Grace. Go home. Be patient. When you see me next, I'll have a better idea of what to do.
Okay, die Heartbreaker-Option habe ich zugegeben jetzt nicht
Hey, Freddy. Hey.
verstanden.
Is everything okay?
Not really. I felt like crap after you left. I don't know why I acted like that. I just had this image of you being swept off into some new world. Without me.
With or without you. Bin mir so unsicher, ob ich da jetzt mit Freddy drauf eingehen soll oder nicht. Weil ich nicht so richtig weiß. Oder ob wir diesmal die Pan-Option spielen und Freddy mal versuchen, da außen vor zu lassen. Andererseits, ich verzeih es mir doch nicht am Ende.
I'd never leave you behind, Freddy. You know that, right?
I'm still ready and willing to be your high priestess, if that's what it takes.
If you could just help me get through this next week, that'd be plenty.
Deal. Why don't you start by telling me what happened tonight?
Alle möglichen Romans
Persephone runs a club called the Underworld. That's a little on the nose.
I wouldn't suggest saying that to her face.
And you ended up staying with her instead of Apollo? I don't know, Grace. She sounds a little volatile.
She's not so bad. At least with Persephone, you know exactly where you stand.
I guess. Wow, she just sounds so different from the myths about her. So what are your options? You need to go back to Persephone at some point?
I could go back to Apollo's as well. Make sure he's not sore about what happened.
Oh, and, there's this. Pan left a card, says, "Come by Olympus." I doubt he means the mountain in Greece.
That name keeps coming up. The idols live there, or at least most of them do.
Sounds cool. Even if Pan is there.
Still not a fan?
You know how some people just set your teeth on edge? That's Pan. I can't help it. But it doesn't matter. I said I'd help, and that's what I'll do. You can count on me, Grace.
Thanks, Freddy.
The Muse? Oh, the embodiment of inspiration. Can you believe it?
Yeah, kinda.
Okay, Leute. Ich habe ultra Bock, noch weiter zu spielen. Aber auch ich sollte Feierabend machen für heute. Sie sollte auch nicht mit... Ja, ich muss auch zugeben, ich bin so ein bisschen... Ich hätte nicht die Romance-Option wählen sollen, möglicherweise. Aber, weißt du, ich will sie auch nicht links liegen lassen und dann hätten wir am Ende die Chance gehabt und wir gucken mal. Wir gucken mal. Was haben wir zuletzt gemacht? Hilft uns das Tagebuch? Ich glaube, wir hatten als letztes das Gespräch mit Freddy, ne, wo sich schon wieder angekündigt hatte, dass sie mitkommt. Ich glaube auch, Maililight, als letztes hatten wir die Disco und das Gespräch danach mit Freddy. Persephone wollte nachdenken. Wir quatschen mal mit Pan.
I'd say hello, Grace, but I'm afraid that look on your face might be catching.
What is this place?
It's a garden, darling. Surely even mortals have them.
This building. All those people I pass getting up here. Are they all idols?
Oh, at least some of them. Welcome to Olympus, dear Grace. Our home hidden away in plain sight. Marvelous, isn't it?
So, danke fürs Erinnern. Ja, tun die Kamera wieder da hoch. Und Mantul, ja, das glaube ich dir absolut, dass das ärgerlich war mit dem Speicherstand, dass du da nicht ansetzen konntest. Ich erinnere mich, er hatte uns einen Zettel hinterlassen, dass wir ihn besuchen sollen. Sprechen wir mal mit ihm.
You asked me to meet you here?
I did. As I recall, you owe me a favor that I now wish to collect, if you'd be so kind.
Oh, sure. I'm totally in a position to help others right now. Lay it on me.
Here's the thing. A friend has begged for my help, and you're far better suited than I to offer what he requires. I'll give you a key to reach the reliquary where he resides. You help him, and then we're even. If that's not enough incentive, the reliquary is also where you'll find the lovely Hecate. A sorceress of her power could aid your quest. What do you say?
Ja, wie gesagt, ne, ich würde einen Großteil der Fragen jetzt so ein bisschen überspringen und wir denken drüber nach.
I'll think about it. But no promises.
Marvelous. The gentleman you seek is named Asterion. Lovely fellow, quite harmless. I'll send a package to your domicile that contains directions and the key you'll need to reach the reliquary.
I said no promises.
Well, if you decide to go, Grace, you'll still need all those things. Say hello to darling Hecate on my behalf, will you?
Und es kam im letzten Playthrough schon mal auf. Da habe ich irgendwie nicht die Gelegenheit gefunden, das mal zu diskutieren. Aber ich meine, gerade im aktuellen Baldur's Gate Hype, beziehungsweise in den Nachwirkungen dessen, die Ähnlichkeiten zwischen Asterion und Astarion im Namen sind schon relativ offensichtlich. Und ich frage mich ein bisschen, ob man tatsächlich Parallelen ziehen könnte. Ich habe tatsächlich die Originalgeschichte nicht genug von Asterion, nicht genug im Kopf, um das sinnvoll vergleichen zu können. Aber es deuten sich zumindest ein paar Parallelen an, auch wenn es möglicherweise ein bisschen weit hergeholt ist. Wer war der andere? Na, Asterion ist hier der Minotaurus und Astarion ist der Vampir aus Baldur's Gate 3. Wir gehen mal bei Persephone vorbei.
Oh, back already, are you? It's just as well. I've asked around, called in some favors, just enough to get an idea of what all the idols are currently up to. Much as I'm loath to admit it, I'm back to thinking Pan may be our prime suspect after all.
Hier nehme ich jetzt die Option natürlich wieder mit, weil es für uns ein neuer Dialog ist.
Why Pan? I thought you'd rejected him as a suspect.
I did. It doesn't seem like his style. Pan has always preferred scheming over direct confrontation. But the thing is, how did he know about you so quickly? What does he hope to gain by sticking his nose in?
A favor or two, I guess.
Half the idols owe him a favor or two. No, he's up to something else. Until I know what it is, I can't discount the possibility that he's involved in all this.
I actually went to see Pan at Olympus. I guess that wasn't such a great idea?
It depends. What did he want this time?
He asked me to repay the favor I owe him by helping someone at a place called the Reliquary.
A reliquary? Interesting. I wonder what his angle is.
Das ist super interessant, ne? Weil so ganz klar, woher er seine Informationen hat, wurde es nie. Wir können natürlich vermuten, ne, dass er zum Beispiel mit Medusa gesprochen hat. Und dadurch dann einiges wusste. Aber so ganz, was sein Ziel in dieser Geschichte ist, ist auch das letzte Mal, fand ich nicht so, oder ich hab's vergessen, das kann auch durchaus sein, ist aber nicht so 100%ig rausgekommen. Bis hin zu, ich könnte mir vorstellen, dass er tatsächlich aufrichtig versucht, uns zu helfen. Und das ist einfach nur eine How he rolls. Und er kann halt nicht anders.
I don't doubt Pan has an angle. He seems like that kind of guy. I'm just not sure it has to be nefarious.
That's how Pan schemes. You don't know what his goal is until all the chips have fallen. My suggestion? Do as he asks. At the very least, Hecate might prove to be of help to you, if it's written in her bloody book.
Her book?
You'll see. I want to send you to a party, Grace, one Aphrodite is holding. She and Eros know Pan perhaps better than anyone. If you go, it'll give you a chance to find out what he's really up to.
You know Aphrodite better than I do. Can't you talk to her?
She and I don't get along.
Like how you and Apollo don't get along?
Even more intensely than that. I once said some things about her husband. They were true, but unwelcome. Suffice it to say, if I showed up at Aphrodite's party, revealing Pan's secrets would be the last thing on her mind.
Interesting, weil wir hatten das letzte Mal Apollo dabei. Das könnte tatsächlich einiges verändern.
Why a party? Couldn't I just go wherever she lives and ask her?
You could, but if you go to this party, she'll be grateful. She holds it from time to time and always asked Calliope to attend, but Calliope never would. You can put two and two together. A grateful Aphrodite might be willing to tell you what Pan is really up to.
One wild party with a goddess of love coming up.
It's less of a wild party and more of a somber affair.
You mean like a cocktail party?
Let me put it this way. Apollo will likely be there.
Gotcha. Expectations of fun downgraded considerably. I'll let you know what I find.
Okay, das war deutlich. Mach trotzdem vorher den Schrein, weil ich neugierig bin. Mal will ich auf jeden Fall einen anderen Ansatz wählen, wie wir an die Sache rangehen. Mal schauen, ob uns das... Okay, wir haben
When I opened that shipping container, I was expecting, I don't know, rats.
Yeah.
Instead we have... Where the hell are we?
It's hard to say. Weren't we going to some kind of library?